Let's get straight to meteorologist Greg Fields as we prepare for one of the hottest days of the year. Greg.
Yeah, this could be the hottest day temperature-wise for the year. We do have that weather alert in place because of that, so just keep that in mind. This afternoon, officially going into effect noon today until 9 p.m. here this evening. So here's the impact we're talking about with that heat advisory. That heat index could be up around 110 later today. Highs will be well into the 90s, upper 90s, approaching the triple digits as we head into this afternoon. So make sure you stay hydrated properly, take frequent breaks in the shade indoors if possible here for today. Make sure you remember that sunscreen, the light clothing, the loose fitting clothes, the sunglasses, all of that. So take all the necessary heat precautions for today. It is going to be a hot one. All of North Texas included in that heat advisory, as we just talked about, with that heat index approaching 110 today. Heading out the door right now, 77 degrees for you at Fair Park. It's a warm one out there. South and southeast winds at 13 miles per hour there right now. So everyone going to be in the upper 70s, getting over to Fort Worth here at 76, 77 heading out to Denton. Some mid 70s up along the Red River here this morning. So here's that planner for your Thursday. We're going to be heating up very quickly. We talked about that heat index winds, maybe not quite as gusty as they were yesterday. Still out of the southeast at 10 to 20. Plenty of sunny skies. We'll have highs somewhere in the upper 90s. Now late tonight going into tomorrow, we're talking about some thunderstorm chances returning to North Texas. More on that coming up here a little bit later. But now let's get your first check on that Thursday morning traffic. Over to Erica.
Greg, thank you so much. It is 5:02. We do have a traffic impact alert for Tarrant County commuters this morning. As you make your way along I-20 westbound toward the Forest Hill area, we've got a full closure of the interstate at Cooper. Right now, we're working to learn a little bit more information, but what we can see from our camera here at Matlock is that everyone is being detoured off I-20 westbound here. Eastbound lanes are still open and moving. I'll show you where this is on the map. Again, making your way in toward that southeastern portion of Tarrant County this morning. Westbound lanes are shut down. Now, aside from that, quiet start to the morning drive. Looking at a lot of green out here on the map, which is great to see. Otherwise, travel for you in Denton County, 35E and McCormick Street. Everything moving nicely here. No issues along 75 as you make your way through the Plano area and Collin County. Here at Spring Creek Parkway, we're moving nicely in both directions and no delays just yet through Rockwall County. Dia and Matt.
Well, one North Texas bar is getting ready to reopen today after days of hosting some rowdy World Cup fans.
Fans of Team England are understandably feeling right at home at the Londoner in Dallas and probably a little bit hungover this morning. But it's been causing some issues for the business. The Londoner has become something of an unofficial home base for English soccer fans during the World Cup. But after England's 4-2 win over Croatia here in North Texas, yesterday the celebration here at the pub's Mockingbird Station location got a little too big and fans arrived finding signs that the pub was closed. Dallas Fire Rescue says the crowd grew to more than two times allowed capacity. Fire inspectors and management tried several ways to bring that number down, but DFR says the crowd would not cooperate.
Right now, we got some video before things really got out of hand. An employee tells us people eventually started standing on the tables, breaking things, even damaging the landscaping. In their words, fans drank the place clean. DFR says management ultimately acknowledged they'd lost control of the crowd, so they decided to shut down for the rest of the day.
The Londoner later posted on social media that it was grateful for the new business, respectively so, and doing its best to manage the massive World Cup crowd, but the safety of employees and customers had to come first.
They plan to reopen today at 11 a.m., hopefully restocked, repaired, and ready for whatever the next match may bring. As the excitement continues, our Tiffany Liu is live out in Mansfield with a look at the new Mansfield Stadium. Good morning, Tiffany.
Yeah, well, Dia, the World Cup buzz is real out here in Mansfield. You know, they are obviously the home base of Team Czechia. The team isn't here today because they have a big match tonight in Atlanta against South Africa, and there are 4 games that we are watching closely today. Here in North Texas, all eyes will be on Mexico versus Republic of Korea. Lots of watch parties are scheduled, including one with the FC Dallas, and we know they will be packed. I mean, I want you to look at this video at the shoulder-to-shoulder crowds at FanFest last week when Mexico played. Now, as for yesterday's match at Dallas Stadium, we also saw huge crowds to watch the match between England and Croatia. It ended with a win for Team England. There's just so much happening. Of course, fans are already looking forward to Monday when Lionel Messi and Argentina are playing against Austria here in Arlington. There's so much coming up at the World Cup, and still coming up at 5:30, we have the general manager of Mansfield Stadium who will be joining us to tell us about all the upcoming events events surrounding the World Cup and also surrounding this stadium in general. Let's send it back to you.
All right, Tiffany, thank you for that. We're going to take you out live this morning to Seattle, where Team USA is waking up ahead of their next World Cup match. They arrived in Seattle yesterday. The American team faces Australia in their second group match, which is tomorrow afternoon. The Ultimate Dallas Sports Show will be talking all things World Cup today. It streams live at noon, weekdays on WFAA Plus, and again at 9 p.m.
This morning, a popular barbecue restaurant is asking for some help finding a burglary suspect. Hurtado's in Arlington released this surveillance video. They say a man broke into the restaurant Tuesday night, emptied the cash register, and then left. Anyone with information on the suspect should contact Arlington police. An update to a story that we first brought you yesterday on Daybreak when a small jet crashed onto a highway near Laredo. We've learned that 50-year-old entrepreneur Joshua Bayer was killed. He's described as a visionary leader who helped build Austin into a massive tech hub. The Cessna plane was flying from Mexico to Austin when the pilots reported low fuel and a total loss of power. Bystanders rushed to help police rescue those who were inside when it crashed, using sledgehammers and shovels to break open the cockpit windows. 5 people survived, 2 pilots and 3 teenagers. Investigators are focused on figuring out why the aircraft lost power.
Now let's get you 3 things that you need to know this morning. State lawmakers are trying to tackle the New World screwworm before it spreads outside of containment zones. There are 11 cases so far in Texas. Today, a House Committee on Agriculture and Livestock will meet to address the problem. Just this week, the USDA announced it's using AI drones to monitor the deadly parasite. The agency also committed $105 million for 40 new projects to eradicate it. Dallas leaders are moving forward with a plan to explore new sites for City Hall. In a 9-5 vote, council members approved spending $2 million to extensively examine 4 buildings in the Central Business District. Some council members did push back on the costs, saying the plan commits to a new City Hall before making an actual decision. Jaden, Gym Class Heroes, and Clint Black. Those are just some of the acts playing the main stage this year at the State Fair of Texas. The Wichita Falls pop punk band Bowling for Soup, say that 5 times fast, they're also performing at the annual event. The State Fair and all of its fried food fun runs September 25th to October 18th.